Hi there folks, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to another Pagani design. This time it's a bit of a, for Pagani design I suppose you'd have to say it's a bit of an old school one. It's the Pagani design PD1649, and yeah, it's a it is a Heuer Autavia homage, and let's have a look at it and let's see what kind of a job that they've done with it. This is one that's there's a few reviews going around of this, but it's one that doesn't seem to kind of attract too much attention, and I think I know why, and it's probably because of its size, because as with you know, Pagani design, certainly in their early days, they just made everything so big. Everything was 2mm bigger than it should be, which doesn't sound a lot, but when you increase that over the overall size of the watch, it makes a big difference. So we'll get into some sizes on this. Between the 8 and the 2, we have a width of 44mm, 47 if you include the crown. We have a substantial lug to lug of 50.5, and that does extend out further than that because of the male centre to that end link. We have a thickness of 15mm, which includes that domed mineral crystal. We have a lug width of 22mm and an overall weight of 169 grams. Now, for those of you that know the original was only a 42mm, which is plenty big enough. And you know, I think part of the problem with this one is the fact that it's too big. It's just too big for so many people. Let's move in on the dial. We'll have a look and see what's going on there. You can see we've got quite a nice textured dial, and I have to say that is actually done quite well. You've got the recessed batten indices that are set back into that rehawk there, which are also applied, and they are also done quite well. And then you've got the printed Arabics all the way around the dial, which are I'm going to say they're lume filled, but the lume on this is not brilliant. We'll come to that later. Then you've got the Pagani design logo, Pagani design at 12 o'clock, and then down at the 6 o'clock position, automatic, water resistant, 10 bar, which is 100 meters. And then down just below the 6 o'clock, you've got Japan movement. Semi-skeletonized hands with lume filled ends. The hands are rose gold coloured. You got a little bit of lume on the end of that arrow tip on the seconds hand. A white framed date window, and the date window is not colour matched to the dial. The colouring on this dial is actually quite good. I guess you could, it is kind of a fume effect, where you've got a darker outside working its way into more of a kind of brighter green in the middle. The bezel on this, I believe that's an acrylic insert. It certainly isn't sapphire crystal, and it's not ceramic. It is bi-directional, and it doesn't line up with anything. I'll be quiet so you can hear what it sounds like. It is quite a loose feeling bezel. It's yeah, it takes very little effort to move that at all, and as I said, it does not line up. And because it's bi-directional, you can't even use the kind of back play between the clicks to line it up. Either way you do it, it just, yeah, one click over and it's half a click off. So that's what you're going to have to put up with. The case finishing on this is actually quite good. It's not too bad at all. Some of their watches I know have been a bit rough in the past, but this one's okay. You got this brushing down the outside, signed screw down crown, which is in that kind of a rose gold colour, same as the bezel edge. Then you got a chamfered top edge there, which is kind of recessed and polished, which is done quite well. Brushing on the top of the lugs, then brushing and a high polished rose gold coloured PVD coated centre link. The bracelet starts at 20mm at the top and tapers down to 17.5mm, just over 17.5 actually at the clasp. and then back up to 20 actually at the clasp. The outside, the cover of the clasp itself got the Pagani design logo on there. That part of it is pressed, and then when you open it up, you've got a milled inner, and you do have a diver's extension. Now the quality of this, I don't know if it's going to pick it up on camera. I mean, this watch is it's been kicking around a little while, so I have worn it a bit, and I did get it off of eBay, so it is showing some signs of wear, so you just bear that in mind. You got a little high polished section on the edge of the clasp there, but the finishing on the clasp is certainly not as good as it is on the case. And also it's got kind of a, I don't know if that's picking it up, but it's got kind of like a rippling effect in the metal itself, as if when it's been folded over, it's not been flattened properly. It's not actually picking it up too well on camera, but yeah, it's not the greatest finish. And also in here, you know, this is where corners are cut. The inside of the milled clasp is just kind of chomped out, and it has not been sort of finished or brushed or polished or anything. The case back is a screw down case back, and we have water resistant 100 meters stainless steel Pagani design written around the outer edge of that exhibition case back. The movement inside this is a Seiko Instruments NH35A. Solid end links to the bracelet. Everything on the back of the watch, apart from the glass obviously, is brushed, and that exhibition case back crystal is mineral and not sapphire. So yeah, I mean, it's not a bad looking watch, but I think it's just too big. It doesn't need to be as big. I mean, even I wear big watches. I like big watches, but this is it's bordering on Invicta territory. It's just too much, too much heft. It is top heavy, even on its bracelet. But yeah, now the Lume on this, as I said, now I've already filmed the Lume, and I've done a little time lapse thing. It's only going to take like 10 seconds. I ran it for like 5 minutes, and it starts off incredibly bright. But I'll run that now, and you can judge for yourself. Right, so there we have it. Yeah, not very impressive Lume at all. But like I said, this is one of their earlier ones. I know that I have heard, I should say, I know, I've heard that they have definitely upped their game in the Lume department and also in the bezel department. Although I believe they still do 90 clicks, which this one is also 90 clicks. Come on, Pagani design. Let's have 60. You know, if 120 costs you too much, do 60. 90 is pointless. Doesn't line up with anything. Yes, as I said, screw down crown. Unscrew that and it pops out quite nicely. It's actually quite a nice tactile feel to that. The first position, you can hand wind the movement, and then you pull it out to one position and you can change the date. And then you can pull it out to the second position. The movement will hack, and you can adjust the time. And while we're here, do what I usually do. We'll get to midnight and we'll see where it changes. 4 minutes after midnight. Yep, that's absolutely fine, spot on. But you know, Seiko movement, you know it's going to be fine. 21,600 vibrations per hour, 41-hour power reserve. And obviously, as I've just shown you, hand winding and hacking. Now the price of these have definitely dropped in price. I think when they first came out, they were around about kind of the 90 to 100 GBP mark, and you can pick them up now for around about 70. You know, whether they're phasing them out or not, I don't know. As far as I know, they've not done a Mark II of this, so they still have all the little kind of the weirdness, you know, that bounce and wobble in the bi-directional bezel that doesn't line up with anything. So yeah, but it is a solidly built watch. I can't kind of fault it for that. And yeah, like I said, this was a used one when I picked it up, and you know, I have worn it a bit to kind of you know, form a kind of a better opinion of it. So it tells the time, it's accurate. I think it was running around about plus 12 per day. I haven't done a time graph or sequence for this. I think we've seen enough NH35s to kind of miss some for a while. But yeah, there we go. There we have it. The Pagani design, PD1649. If this is the kind of watch for you, you can pick them up on AliExpress. I'm not going to leave a link. You know where that website is. Head on over there and just put in Pagani design and you'll find them. But that is it for now. Thank you very much for watching. And if you like this kind of content, please subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to like this video. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on anything that's up and coming. But that's it for now. Thank you again for watching. I'll catch you all in the next video. Cheers for now.